the active ingredient?
Would be mescaline.
Ayahuasca ceremony. By now, everybody has heard about it. But what is not so commonly known is the traditional ceremony of San Pedro. While I was hiking to the mountains in Cusco, it started raining and I found this amazing refuge. So I'm sitting right now here with Lou in this amazing place, La Casa de la Gringa, right? And what I found out, they're doing San Pedro ceremonies here. San Pedro ceremony is the traditional healing ritual that includes the consumption of the peyote cactus that contains mescaline. This ritual is used for spiritual awakening, healing, and here it is guided by a shaman. So actually I was reading about ayahuasca a little bit, but I don't know so much about San Pedro. Can you maybe tell me a little about how San Pedro ceremonies work and what it is good for?
So San Pedro works with the present moment. It's not about being in the past or about worrying about the future. It's about being here in your body. So that's kind of a difference between ayahuasca and San Pedro. Ayahuasca can shoot you into the cosmos in a way. And this medicine is about being here on earth and in your body and finding that gratitude and that love of like being a human here.
So Simon told me before that San Pedro is the light, basically, that you can take with you if you go to ayahuasca, which is the darkness, the unknown.
Well, so I would say that, well, this is known as the light medicine.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I don't consider ayahuasca dark, but she's willing to hold your hand and say, let's go into the darkness. Because that is where all the things that we don't want to deal with, that we don't want to see, that's where we hide them. Yeah. In the dark. So I don't think ayahuasca is dark, but I think she's willing to take you there.
Okay.
Because that's where we need to go to heal some of this stuff. But yes, so with San Pedro, you're able to bring the light from San Pedro into this. So that maybe that would be being less afraid of the darkness.
You also have some experience already made with plant medicine.
Yes.
That most likely will help. So you said it's medicine. What kind of diseases are cured by it?
Anxiety, depression.
Yeah.
So we do ceremonies during the day. So the first drink for every person is probably around 10:30 in the morning. The effects can last between 10 to 14 hours, maybe even more, depending on the person's sense of control. A lot of people that we see that come, maybe like engineers, people that have to use their mind a lot for work.
Yes.
They have a harder time with control.
To let go.
Yes. To surrender, and in plant medicine terms. And so that can take up to 3 hours for you to start to feel the medicine.
Do you increase the doses in this time?
So you basically how the day goes, right, is we will meet in the Maloka at 10 a.m. We will have a message from whoever's leading ceremony. Then we will we'll have our prayer. And then today we worked with one of the Keros. So the Keto people, they were able to escape when the Spaniards came. And they were able to go into the mountains, and they're called the Wisdom Keepers. So it's supposed that they were able to take like the knowledge from the Incas and go basically hide in the mountains. And they only recently came down about 20-25 years ago. So we work with them. They do our prayers. They do the limpiezas with us.
The cleaning?
Yep, the cleaning.
The mental cleaning, I assume, right?
It's mental, spiritual, whatever it is that they see, then that's what they're going to be cleaning.
Okay.
For the process of allowing San Pedro to do what it needs to do within the ceremony. So after we drink, we share our gratitude, and which is a very important thing because it's the same vibration as love. And gratitude can be life-changing, especially with perspective. So then once we drank, then everybody disperses, and you lay in the garden, and you just let the medicine come on. There's different waves of this medicine and different phases. So generally the first phase, especially for somebody new, is that you'll be sitting there and being like, I don't really feel anything. And That's usually normal. And then what happens is then maybe you feel a little nauseous. And so people often, and I understand why, but they associate the nausea just with ingesting something into your body. But really, this nausea is a message for you to look at. Because if you do have to purge, which comes in many forms, crying, laughing, but the most predominant one is throwing up.
Yes.
It's not always guaranteed with San Pedro, but when it does happen, it's releasing something that you need to release. Whether it's an emotion you've been holding on to, a situation that you were holding on to, a relationship, whatever it may be, it's always something more than just the physical. And that's really goes for any kind of feelings that you may have, like whether a headache can come on, or certain aches in the body, or some people feel a lot of energy running through their body. These are all perfectly normal, but it's all just a representation of something for you to be able to look at while you're in the medicine, because you're allowed to ask questions to San Pedro, similar to ayahuasca.
San Pedro does answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it's it's with these plant medicines, everything is different for everybody. Yeah. So every ceremony is different every time for every person. And the reasoning behind that is that, like, even day to day, we are slightly changing. These are all over 5 years old.
Yes. How do you make the medicine?
So we use the 7 and the 9 rib, and you only trim just the skin.
Yeah.
Because the white part is actually what causes even more nausea.
Yeah.
So you only use the skin.
Only the skin, okay.
And then we cook it for 20 hours.
In water?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
So basically taking the skin, cooking it for 20 hours?
Yeah, and then we consume.
And the active ingredient?
Would be mescaline.
Mescaline.
But we say we work with the spirit and the light. The mescaline is just a byproduct that we get to enjoy as humans. And then, this is the actual San Pedro here. Oh, this one's empty.
Oh, may I smell? It doesn't smell like anything, does it? I don't smell anything. A little bit, yes.
Once you take your first drink, you'll know the smell. And they say that the plant medicines like to work in threes. So it's basically, the first is your introduction. It's like, okay, now I can trust you. And then the second is you get to go a little bit deeper and build that trust in the relationship. And then the third one, it's like, okay, I'm fully trusting. Just give me whatever you need and I will receive it. This medicine is not about the experience. It's a beautiful experience.
Yes.
Luckily, we get to have a beautiful experience, and we get to have epiphanies and revelations and perspective changes, but it's really about building the relationship with the spirit of the plant.
Do you need preparation? Like for ayahuasca, I think you have to cleanse your mind, you have to stop eating meat, you have to stop drinking alcohol, drugs, everything.
Yeah, so definitely stopping drugs. Minimum 1 week. Minimum. It's better to go, the longer you go, the better. Because the thing with these medicines also is that, like, if you come dirty, then a lot of the experience is going to be cleansing. But with San Pedro, it's not as heavy, but definitely no pork.
No pork?
No pork.
So beef is okay?
Beef is okay. And then so you go through the day.
Hola.
You go through the day, you lay there for a little bit, and then you'll get receive a limpieza.
Cleaning?
Yep,
yes.
The cleansing. And then after this, more time to go inward. And if you feel you need more medicine, then a second cup is available to you. And then after this, you will have lunch, which is a fruit bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that right now.
Yeah.
You brought it to the people.
Yeah, how nice did that
looked
look?
so good.
Yeah. And then you have the fruit bowl, Luna. And this is Luna. This is one of our spirit dogs here. and then you'll get lunch,
Hmm.
and then probably almost right now, then we go for a walk.
Hmm.
And we do the walk in the sacred ruins over here. We have Temple of the Moon, we have the Condor Temple, the portal out there. But the thing is, so many people come here for so many different things. Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, good question.
yeah. So, a lot of people come, especially to Peru and to here when they're in a middle of a life change, when they're curious about what they should be doing, where they no longer want to be doing what they do because it no longer feels like it's who they are. They're able to find perspective. They're able to find love and gratitude in what they're doing and who they are, and have the support of San Pedro and all of us. Like, because once you come here, you essentially become like a part of our family, you know, and you build a network of people that you can always call on, um, for pretty much anything. Yeah, it's definitely a family here.
And this was not prepared. It was just on spot. Amazing guy.